All right, so I had to take care of some stuff for the district because of that lovely. So anyway, I wanted to go ahead and get you guys caught up with what y'all need for today so that you're not behind and so that you guys are ready and know exactly what you need for your homework. So I will upload this as a YouTube link, which you already have because you've already clicked on it. And then please reach out to me with any sort of questions you have. If you would like to Zoom small group or one-on-one, please email me and let me know. I'm still, all the schedules are kind of weird, but so tomorrow is another odd day. So I don't have a 7th period. So if you guys, if anyone in here also doesn't have a 7th period and would like to go over some of this stuff with me, I am more than welcome to, or I would be more than willing to meet with you for that. All right, so let me go ahead and show y'all what we were going to do today. I really love teaching art history. This is one of my very favorite classes. And so I'm excited that you guys are here. Even though we had a rocky start, I'm excited you're here. All right, so what we are going to look at today, sorry, I had it pulled up and I shut it down, is or a couple things. First and foremost, I apologize that it wasn't like a regular year where we got to have, well, I said got to, not that you were super excited about a first day of school test, but we didn't have our traditional first day of school test. And the reason is because we're virtual, and I couldn't think of a way that we could do it successfully and equitably. So doing this instead. And so in my classes, all my other art history classes, what we did is we looked through some of these pieces I pulled from our summer assignment, and we talked about them and how much you guys already know and how much, how you're going to be able to apply that prior knowledge, right, to what we see here as we're learning about these works in art history. So we will actually do this activity on Thursday when we meet. All right, so that's one thing that we went over today. And again, I'm not going to try to get you guys to do it without actually participating with me because it's not going to work very well that way. The other thing we looked at today was kind of just an intro to what we're going to be talking about in this course, and I can do that with y'all pretty easily. Sorry, I had all this stuff pulled up and I shut my computer down. But get used to this. This is pretty much how I am with technology. All right, so loading. So we talked a little bit in the other classes about this outline of what we're going to be doing in this class. And so this is from College Board talking about the course and kind of the expectations. We will be looking at 250 works of art. These works of art are what we call the canon. And canon is just referring to a set, right? A set. And so the canon of works here are going to cover a lot of years. We're going to be covering all the way from 25,000 BCE up to 2012. Okay, College Board breaks them down for us into 10 content areas, and we will be working in order. So we're going to do content area 1, content area 2, so on and so forth. And so by the time we get to the end of the year, right, we'll be ending, you know, around the art is 2012. Okay, so we're going to cover all of that in order. The work is chronological within its content areas, and we'll talk more about that. It'll make sense, hopefully. For those of you guys who like kind of think about things in a more, I guess, analytical way. Here is a breakdown of the course of the 250 works and how they are divided based on content area. So again, we'll start with global prehistory. It's very brief. So this percentage here, what this is showing is the percentage of the course, which is also the percentage of the works on the AP exam. So you guys can see there's going to be a lot more pieces from content area 4 on the AP exam than there are prehistory. And so we will spend more time and go over many more works in content areas 3 and 4 than we ever would in content area 1 or 9 or 7. And so that you can also kind of use this as a gauge for how much time we will talk about those specific content areas. Your summer assignment, for those of y'all who memorize those images, and I know it's hard to memorize stuff when you don't have any clue what it's about, those 36 works come from right here at content area 2, ancient Mediterranean, right? Content area 2. So those are the 36 pieces. Now you'll see here, content area 4 is going to be the most important, 3, and then 2. And so we will spend more time. It will seem like we are doing those content areas forever. And it's because they're the bulk of the course. I will give every test in this class broken down just like AP breaks down the test. And so it will be 50% multiple choice, 50% FRQ. If you are not a great writer, don't worry about it, okay? In art history, you don't have to be a beautiful writer. If you are, that's amazing, but you don't have to be, all right? You're going to be able to just respond to the prompts. That's all it takes in art history, is responding to the prompts. And so I will teach you how to do that, and I am very good at it, I promise. And so you will be well equipped for writing in this class. They are all FRQ, but there's different types of FRQ, and we will practice those plenty. The other type of question you'll have on the AP exam, assuming AP exams are normal this year, will be multiple choice, and we will practice those as well. The course of these 250 images that we call the canon, right, are still divided. As you look at the content areas, they're divided between what we call Western, which is going to be European and American work, and then work that we call beyond the European tradition. Now, 65-35, you're like, well, that doesn't seem like an even split. It's not, but it's better than it used to be. It used to be 80% Western and only 20% other, right? And these other cultures are supremely important and very, very just rich in culture and aesthetic value. And so, you know, when we talk about Africa, it's unfortunate that we only get a few pieces from the entire continent of Africa, right? But College Board is still very heavily weighted favoring Western cultures, okay? So that's just kind of how it is. Each of the 250 works that we talk about, you will need to know what it's called. It might be an official title, or it might be just kind of a nickname, right? Because we don't know the artist title. You'll need to know the name of the artist if we know the name of the artist, right? You'll need to know the culture that made it, right? Is it Greek? Is it Roman? Is it Sumerian? Is it Neo-Assyrian? Is it French? So you'll need to know that. And then date is the least important of these attributes to know. I really don't want you guys getting too caught up on date, because in reality, it's hard to remember all these different numbers. Unless that's your gift, it's hard to remember all those different numbers. And so it's going to be more important to know artist and title, and even just what the work looks like. And then where you guys see media, media is the plural of medium. It means what it's made out of. Is it marble? Is it brick? Is it bronze? Is it oil paint? So media will be important to know for each work. And then FFCC. This is the bulk of what we will do in class, is talk about FFCC. And I will say that a billion times. You'll probably want to get it tattooed at some point, because it's going to become so important to your life. FFCC. So what does this stand for? Form, right? Form is going to be what the work looks like. okay, what the work looks like. And so you're going to need to be able to describe it to someone, give those visual characteristics. Function, exactly what it sounds like. You already know that word, function, what you do with it or what you're supposed to do with it, okay? Content, content is the story of the work, right? It is the theme, it is what it includes. So for example, I have my trusty Coke Zero bottle here. So if I said, what's the contents of this bottle? Well, the contents of the bottle is Coke Zero, which is carbonated water, caramel color, phosphoric acid. So good, right? So what is included? Content, okay? And then lastly, context. Context is the history part of art history. It's the part where we really get to talk about, how Greek philosophy influenced art made during that time, or how jazz music influenced art made in the early 20th century. And so how these things come into play as related to art. Okay, so FFCC is something we will practice a lot. In Classroom, you guys have also the article to read about Stonehenge, right? So we're going to get into breakout rooms on Thursday and go over that. And the other thing we're going to do Thursday to make up for today is talking about this content here. So again, sorry, but we will be together soon, and I'll send out a new link and keep it to yourself, right? And we'll talk soon. Please contact me, email me, reach out on Classroom if you need anything. Bye.